the registration, which is tied to fees, has been said by the ICT rep. More or less, the Finance Directorate and ICT collaborates a lot as far as students' issues are concerned. Before I zoom in into the fees and billing challenges, let me state that the Directorate has about 6 offices. Once you are here, you have to know them. We have the budget, we have the accounts, payroll, treasury, and stores. But for the purpose of this presentation, we will touch on the student ledger office, which is very key for students. So student ledger office is also one of the offices under the Finance Directorate. And it is located at the old library block. That's where the student ledger office is. Yeah, this is what we do. The main issue which is done at the student ledger office has to do with billing of students. So the billing is very key as far as that office is concerned. And if there are also other issues which has to do with fees, payment, and all that, we also handle. With respect to the fees, the ICT officer said something. I want to hammer on it. If you recall, in your letter, your admission letter, you were asked to pay at least 60% of your fees so as to register. So that's what it is. So at the beginning of the semester or the academic year, it is expected that you commit yourself to 60%. If there is any change in this particular modality, it will be communicated in due course. But as it stands now, it is still 60% commitment at the beginning of the first semester so that you can register. Now, this 60% commitment, at least 60% commitment, is paid at some designated banks. So note them. Watch the space. There is an issue with government now. So always watch our website at the beginning of every semester on the update of these banks. Okay, we are asked to deal with some banks, but it can change anyway. So always watch the website with respect to where you have to pay your school fees. It's very important. Now, once this commitment is done, what happens is that you are good to go, provided that you have been billed. The ICT officer hammered on something, and I want to stress on that. If you go to your portal, portal.kstu.edu.gh, if you look at the models, there's one aspect with respect to payments. This one is very typical for the Finance Directorate and you students as well. Payments. So if you click on the payments, transactions will come. There is transaction as one of the sub-models there. If you click on the transactions, you realize that you click on the transactions, an interface will pop up, which will require that you type your password and all that. If you do that, then your fees history will come. What I mean is the fees history, that what you have been billed and what you have paid will show up. So it's very important. So always go to payments, transactions. An interface will pop up, which will give you the payments and the fees that you have paid. It's very important. We, at the beginning of every academic year, we have to bill you. We have to bill you with the approved bills. So if you bill you and you also pay, if you go to that interface, you see the history. Always. It works. Now, how is the billing done? As especially you fresh students, as you apply to KSU and you are admitted, what happened is that all your details go into a pool. So when we apply the bill from the finance directorate, you get it automatically. That's how it works. So if you are admitted for the first time as students, as you were done, and we bill you, we apply to your class, and it will go automatically. So there is no magic behind that. But the difficulty is that sometimes the admission process is ongoing. So as we have finished applying the bill, you realize that later a student will be admitted. And when he goes to his portal, he will say, oh, I don't have the bill. I don't see the bill, though I paid the fees. That's where the challenge comes. Okay. This one comes about because you were admitted probably late when we had finished applying the bill. So in that case, what you have to do is that you have to come to the student ledger office with your admission letter, and we will bill you. It's very important. Okay. So that's how it is. So if you have not gotten the bill, there is a reason. And one of the reasons is that probably you came in late. Okay. Your admission was late when we had finished applying the bill. So come to the student ledger office and we will bill you as such. Now, going on as continuing students, this issue will pop up, this billing issue. There are a whole lot of issues surrounding this one. Now, we expect that as you go on, let's say to second year, third year, fourth year, we expect that your status, if you check your bio, always if you go to your portal, check your bio. If you check your bio, we expect that always your bio should be at the normal status. It should be at the normal status. But for some varied reasons, you realize that sometimes the bio status may be different. It may be deferred. It may be temporary cessation. It may be, let's say, rusticated and all that. Okay. Now, if your status is deferred, probably you pass through a process and you deferred your program. It's a new process. You defer your program. So your status is at the deferred status. Now, if you apply a bill, for example, if you are going to, let's say, second year, and your status is still deferred, and we apply the bill, you will not get it. Okay? But you come and tell us that, oh, when I apply for the deferred status, now they've normalized me. Academic affairs people have given me the the go ahead. That now I can move on. But once your status is at the deferred, at the application of the bill, you will not get it. So what we do is that in that case, you come to the student ledger office, all right, but we will tell you that go to ICT for your status to be normalized before we can apply the bill for you. You get the point? So that's how it goes. It's like temporary cessation. For some reasons, you weren't able to register for the semester. So you were tagged as temporary cessation. That's how you were tagged. The same principle applies. When you are given the green light, if we apply any bill or something, you will not get it because the tag is temporary cessation. So when you come, you ask you to go to ICT for you to be normalized. Okay, so if you are normalized at the ICT, then you come back to the student ledger office for us to do whatever we have to do for you. Okay, so that you can go on. So it's very important. And for example, if you were deferred and you have been normalized, your tag was temporary cessation, you have been normalized. We expect that if you come to the student ledger office for ask for you, come with your letter, the letter of, let's say, normalization, if I have to call it so. Academic affairs have to give you a letter that yes, we are giving you the green ahead. You are no more a deferred student. Okay, you are no more at the temporary cessation status. When you are coming to the student ledger office, come along with that letter. We will inspect it. before we take any action for you. It's very important. Sometimes they just come raw like that and they want us to act. Students want us to act. It doesn't work that way. We deal with documents. So when you come, the first tutor temporary cessation, before we do anything for you, you have to show us the letter of deferment, and the letter that we have also normalized for you. The letter of temporary cessation, the letter that we have normalized for you. Come along with that to the old library block, student ledger office, so that we can act for you. It's very, very important. Okay. Now, this also has to do with this issue about not getting bills. Sometimes too, it also has to do with promotion. You will realize that, yes, I'm in first year now. School has resumed, so I'm now in second year. But I have to be promoted. You get the point? I have to be promoted. Now, if the promotion has not gone on, okay, and we apply bill, you will not get it. Do you get the point? So always your status have to be normal and promoted. So if your status is normal and still you have not been promoted, if you apply the chances that you will not get it. So we have to promote you. Do you get the point? So all such students who will be in this camp, it is important that when you come, we ask you that goal for you to be promoted. And if you are done, if you come to our office, we will give you a bill. So this billing issue, I don't have bill, all boil down to some of these issues as I'm enumerating them one by one. So take notice of them. Okay. If your tag is deferred, rusticated, temporary cessation on your portal, if you apply bill, you will not get it. Okay. If you have not been promoted, if you apply bill, you will not get it. Take notice of this. Okay. So make sure we normalize you in all these areas so that you come to the student ledger office in case you don't have the bill, so that we act on it for you. It's very important. Now, at the beginning of the second semester, let's take note of this. At the beginning of the second semester, we expect that you pay 100% fees before you can register. Maybe the ICT officer didn't hammer on that. I didn't see him hammer, but it's very important. Yeah, you are in first semester now. Second semester, we expect that you honor 100% payment of fees before you can register. It's very important. If you don't do that, okay, it means you cannot sit in second semester exams. You cannot even do mid-semester exams and all that. Take notice of that. So if there are other issues, technical issues you are still hampering of, our office is at the old library block. Old library block. You come there with the issues and we will be glad to attend to them for you. That's it. So let me end here for now. If there are issues, then we can come in again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Martin Eduafo from the Finance Directorate. So we have some few questions from our first years. Patrick Kwesi Arthur is asking that he's in the class with a number of his colleagues. However, he's paying more than them in terms of fee paying. Why is it so?
He's paying more than them.
Yes, he's a fee paying student.
Okay. He's a fee paying student. in a normal class. Okay. Yeah, there was an issue with this fee paying uh, programs. I think we are still dealing with them. In fact, there should be a separate fees. There should be a separate fees, but it's the system. Also, we are dealing with a system, and as at that time, they've not segregated them well. Okay, so we've engaged the consultant on it. Okay, and I think the problem will be fixed.
Okay, thank you very much. Another is also asking that they have heard that then the higher you climb the academic ladder, your fees reduces. How true is that?
Yeah, ideally, that's how it is. If you are going to second year to reduce small, third year it go down small, final year small. That's how it is. Okay. Probably that if you look at the bill, the school fees bill build up, there are some components that if you are going to, let's say, second year, for example, the medical that you are doing, second year you not do any medical again. So the component for the medical will go off. Do you get the point? So these are some. There are other items, line items that if you are going to second year, okay, it will not come on board again. That's why the reduction comes in.
Okay. So the final question, he's saying that when we were coming, they asked us to print a copy of the fees receipt. So let's say you paid 60%. When you pay the remaining, should you print a copy as well to your department, or it's not necessary?
Oh, at that point, maybe the department insisted on the registration. So they wanted you to make 60% commitment before you register. But once you have registered and you have paid the remaining 40%, I don't think there is any need to go there for any registration again.
Okay. So another just asked the question, what are the consequences for paying late fees?
For paying late,
Yes.
not meeting the deadline.
No, when you're not able to meet the deadline, what happens to you?
When you are not able to meet, that case you'll be put under temporary cessation. Probably that semester you'll be off. You'll be off for the semester. You get the point. You'll be put under temporary cessation. So if this first semester, maybe you have to wait. Okay, for that's how it is.
So the same person is asking, don't you consider penalties?
Penalties.
Yes.
Oh yeah, there is late penalty for payment of after the deadline. Normally 2 weeks. Sometimes they extend it. I don't know. So after the deadline, okay, normally we charge late registration fee and all that.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, one just dropped in. What do I do when I receive a private scholarship?
Okay. Yeah. If you get a scholarship, sometimes this scholarship works like this. Sometimes it is in group. You may be in a group of, let's say, 5. What happens is that sometimes they even pay it direct into the accounts.
Okay.
But the challenge is that if it is directly into the account, sometimes they don't pay with the individual student numbers. You get the point? So it does not go into the portal, your individual portals. So if it is paid directly at the bank, what I advise is that maybe get the advice, okay, with your names, the names of the students involved and your numbers. You get the point? If you get them and you come to and the slips and the slip at work, and you come to the student ledger office, okay, we can assist by crediting you individually. And sometimes they bring the check, okay, maybe in a group of 5, they will bring the check to the finance directorate. What it is that when you bring the check, we will act on your behalf. So when you send the check to the director of finance, he will give it to the chief cashier, the treasury officer. He will request some details from you, your names, your student, the numbers, your program. You get the point. And he will send to the bank on your behalf. You fill some form, send to the bank on your behalf. So what the bank will do is that they will credit you individually. So in this scenario, you realize that if you check your portal, if you have 5 students, all of you will be credited individually. You get the point. So that by that you can go through your registration and all that. So that's how the scholarship issue works. Okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Duafo. That would be all for this particular section. We are most grateful for it.
Thank you very much.
Moving on, we are about to hear a lot about student loans. How do you apply for a student loan? What are the financial obligations in applying for a student loan? Is financial aid available for all students? And what have you? No fee stress. Our president has also promised us he's going to pay some percentage of our first year tuition fees. So we are going to hear more about that. To do us the honors, we have the zonal manager for Student Loans Trust Fund, KSTU chapter, in the person of Mr. Daniel Esumi, to take us through student loans. Thank you.
To you all. I stand on the existing protocols to deliver my presentation to you students. Now, all countries, in their attempt to meet the Sustainable Development Goal number 4, which is the SDG goal number 4, which highlights on inclusive and equal access to education. All countries are making somehow an attempt to make education affordable and accessible to all students. And Ghana is not an exception. We are aware that all of you are are all beneficiaries of the free senior high school policy. And so it is assumed that you still need something free to continue your education. And with that reason, government has said that, okay, let us set up a fund which is going to be like a backbone to the free senior high school. Now, the Student Loan Trust Fund is going to serve this purpose. In 2011, December, government set up the student loan. And fortunately for you, the whole of Ashanti region, students of Kumasi Technical University, you have had your office operating here for more than almost 15 to 17 years. And so that's a good news. Now I'm going to talk more about the student loan, so pay attention and listen. Now with the Student Loan Trust Fund, we have our core mandate, which includes what our dear sister just mentioned, which is the no fee stress, which a lot of students had issues with the application last year. But I hope it's not going to repeat itself this year, because we have learned a lot from the issues that came up. We're also going to talk about the benefits of the student loan. Now, who actually qualifies to collect the loan? What are the application processes? How much do you get? And other things that I'll let you know by the end of my lecture. Now, as I indicated, the Student Loan Trust Fund was established to provide financial resources for the benefit of students of accredited tertiary institutions who are pursuing accredited programs. Now, Act 2011, Article 25 and 38 of the 92 Constitution guarantees the equal access to education opportunities and facilities. And it is on that premise we establish what? The student loan. What are our operational functions? The core mandate of my office is to disburse loans to students of accredited tertiary institutions in Ghana. So you, the students who have come as freshers, I'm going to make sure that all of you are going to get something for your school. Because sometimes when you are writing your exams and you hear a tap on your back and you check to find out that you're still owing fees, if you are not careful, all that you have learned will vanish. And the government, with that in mind, has been able to make some funds available for all of you. Now, I'm also in charge, or the Student Loan Trust Fund is also in charge of paying allowances. We pay allowances to all 40 College of Education in Ghana. And we're also in charge of collecting the loans that you have received from us. That is when you have completed your program. Now, our madam already mentioned what we call the no fee stress policy. Please listen to this with rapt attention. When we talk about the no fee stress policy, it is a policy that was initiated by the President John Dramani Mahama last year, which is 2024-2025 academic year. Now, the policy was introduced to absorb the fees of all first year students. And when I say all first year students, I'm talking of all those who have been enrolled at Kumasi Technical University for the 2025-2026 academic year. So the good news is that all the fees that you have paid, we are going to make sure that we refund at least 80%, if not all. We are going to reimburse it to you directly into your accounts. So that is to say that you've had a scholarship, because the fees you have paid, we are going to pay it back to you. And very soon, the announcement will go around for you to start with the process of reimbursement. Now, we also have what we call the Student Loan Plus. Now, with the Student Loan Plus, unless you get to the second year, that you can start enjoying it. And with that, we wouldn't want you to pay your fees if you don't have the money to pay. So listen to me with rapt attention here. Now, when school reopens, when you get to second year, if you have issue with your fee payments, you quickly have to come to the student loan and get us informed that manager or officer or whoever is there, tell the person, I don't have money to pay for my fees for second year. So we'll let you apply for the loan, and the names will be sent to Accra. So there will be a communication between Student Loan Trust Fund and KSTU Finance Department, where those people who have been able to do the application are going to be paid their fees for them. But the clue or the clause here is that the fees are not going to be paid to your bank account, which we have been doing like the normal loan. All the amount we are going to pay for you, for instance, if you are going to pay like 4,000 Ghana cedis, that amount will go directly to the student, to the school account, and it will not be, but that will still be what you have collected from us, and so you are going to pay. And we have what we call the free tertiary to persons with disabilities. Now, every student who is disabled in a way at this school or at this university, the government has asked us to pay fees in the first place for us to reimburse. No, persons with disability challenges, student loan is going to pay the amount straight to the university, be able to what? Yeah, and I want to assure you that we have opened the portal, so you can even go to academic affairs and submit your name to, and the names will come to us, and we'll pay the school. Fortunately for us, government has given us about 7.1 million Ghana cedis, which is sitting in the coffers for us to disburse to all students with disabilities, not only KSTU, but the whole of Ghana. Now, our other core mandate again is to make sure that the student loan, which was at first 2,500 cedis, has been increased to 4,000 cedis, which is, I think, a good news for us all. Okay. Now, someone will ask, what is the benefit of the student loan? Now, with the student loan, today, if you want to go to GCB or NIB or Fidelity Bank for some loan, you see that you are not going to pay an interest of less than 25 or 23%. But the government says, no, student loan, we are not a profit-making body, no. Ours is to just cater for students who are very much in need. So our interest rate used to be 14%. Now, currently, we are going to take just 6% of the interest. You are not going to pay the money from now. When we pay you, so if you are a first-year student, you are going for a 4-year program. which will be ending somewhere 2029, if I'm right. So we give you up to 2031. That is where we are going to ask you to start paying back our loan. Meaning we are going to give you 2-year grace period for you to be able to what? Start paying the loan. And it will take you like 10 years. So if I give the loan to you 2026 today, you're going to finish paying, God willing, 2036, which I think you have some breathing space. And the motive is to help you students to concentrate on your studies so that you will not worry much about your finances. Now, who qualifies? Last year, I was in the office when a student came and he wanted to apply, so we gave the person some forms, which was an online. So he was trying to apply and he said he's from Dakar. Now, I know Dakar is found in Senegal. So I quickly told him that no, if you are in Senegal, you don't qualify. To be able to qualify for student loan, the first criteria is that you have to be a Ghanaian. Now, you should have also gotten an admission to an accredited institution. So KSTU is accredited. So fortunately for all of us, we qualify. Now, your program should also be an undergraduate program. So if you're a master's student, I'm sorry, you don't qualify. If you're a weekend student, it's a good news for you to apply. In the same way, if you're an evening student, you are also eligible to apply. The program should be based in Ghana here. But I want to give you a notice that there are some of you, what I've seen is that there are courses in the we are looking into it. So there are some diploma programs who didn't benefit last year due to some programs with GTEC. So we are working on that. When that is resolved, we will pass on the information to you and you can apply. So if you are pursuing a diploma program, you don't need to worry. Communication will be sent to you and you can come back and do that. Now, the things you need to apply for our loan are simple. You just need your Ghana card. Now, gone were the days that you needed to apply for the loan, bringing about 3 guarantors. So me, when I was in school, even by then, the guarantors has been reduced to 2. I had to go to Obuasi and find about 2 people to come and do my guarantorship for me. But now the government says, no, you don't need that guarantor to apply because we saw that it was becoming an impediment for students to apply. So you just need your Ghana card. And with a Ghana card, make sure that your name on your Ghana card should be exactly the name on your student ID card. Those names should match. You don't need an EasyRich card, unlike at first where students has to come to our office with an EasyRich card. Now, you only come with your Ghana card, your admission letter, and your telephone number. Automatically, we are partnering with GCB. So GCB Bank will give you an account where you pay the money directly into after your application. So to begin with the process, this is what you have to do. You have to go to our site, which is www.sltf.gov.gh. Now you have to create an account or you sign up. And as I said, we have a database at NIA. So you have to do what we call the facial verification. As soon as you do a facial verification, every detail about you will automatically be generated to our system and we get to know whom we are dealing with. It is the reason why I said if you are a non-Ghanaian, you cannot apply. Now, Ghana Commercial Bank, as I said already, will give you an account number and an active student loan account will be given to you as well. Then your supporting documents. Your supporting document includes your admission letter and your student ID card. You have to upload it onto the platform. So that is it for you. Now, as I indicated in my earlier speech, I said the loan amount has been increased. Now you can get between 2,500 to 4,500 in an academic year. And our interest was at 14%. But now it has been slashed to 6%. Now, the 14% you see down there is to make sure that students who get the loan have to pay back the loan to us on time. Because what we have seen is that when you give the loan to about 100 people, it's likely that about 40% will pay. We will not see you to collect the money. Some of you, when you give the loan to them, they travel. That is not a bad thing. How much we pay to you, we make sure that you pay the money back to student loan. That is how come the only office which came 2005 at the KSTU office, which is at the old library, has been there for almost 20 years now. Because those who collect the loan, when they complete school, they come back and pay the money to us. Now, the disbursement processes I've told you, when you apply, it takes less than a month, and the money will go to your GCB account. We'll give you an SMS, and you go and withdraw your money. So these are the places that you can seek for more clarification. You can visit our sites. You can also call our call center, or you can come to Kumasi Technical University Zonal office. You come and meet me there in person with my other supporting staffs, and we are going to make sure that whatever is due you, we will let you have it. But what I want you to know again before I end my speech is that you first years, we are not going to give you the loan. Why? Because I've said your monies are ready. We are going to pay back the fees you have paid to the school. We are going to pay about 80% to 90% back to you, provided you provide all the correct things in your online application. So in the next 1 week or so, we are going to open the portal for all of you to do an application for your fees. And then it will come to us. We just go through. When everything is done, the monies will be paid directly into your GCB accounts, and we are done with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Daniel Esumi. I believe we, the first years, we have had good news today that about 80% of our fees are going to be reimbursed to us. I think that's a very good news, and we are very excited. We have some few questions here. Rejoice is asking that, please, if I have paid my fees and I don't want to be reimbursed, but I want it to be credited to me for my second year, what do I do about it, or how can I go about it?
Okay, that is a very powerful question. Now, we have 10 public tertiary technical universities in Ghana. So, before school resumed, I think the Minister of Education called all of us. So at the meeting, what the decision was that for the technical universities, the monies are going to be paid directly towards the student account. So for now, if you are not in the teacher training college or in the other schools, all your money is going to be paid directly into your account. So if you want to use the money against year two, then you have to go back to the finance quickly and give the money to them. It will be lying in your account till you get to year two. Otherwise, you didn't pay your fees by yourself. Most of you fees were paid by your parents. Quickly go back to your parents, give the money to them so that they'll keep it for you. When you go to second year, they'll give it back to you. You come and pay your fees. That's all.
Okay, thank you. So Mufasa is asking that, how much can we apply for particular time? Is it per the university's fees, or we can apply for more in terms of the student's loan?
Okay, in terms of the student loan, and I believe you're in first year. So when you're in first year, yes, as I said, for first year, honestly, it's not a loan that we are going to give to you. We are going to give you the no fee stress. When you say no fee stress, government said last year and this year, you have paid your fees, so you should pay the fees back to you. That one is your money. So that one, it has no limitations. But if it's a proper loan, because you're in first year and you are going to enjoy free money, you don't qualify for the proper loan. But that will be paid to you when you get to second year. And so if you are going to pay like 3,000 cedis for your fees in second year, if you are like an engineering student or a fashion student, student loan is going to pay an amount of 4,500 or 4,200 to you, which is going to be divided into 2 semesters. Now, there is a criteria we called needs assessment methodology. We assess the information that you have given to us, and then based on that, we pay to you. And we make sure that you not be paid less than 2,000 for what? Semester. So 2 semesters, you are getting like 4,000. So if your fees is around 3,500, you should be aware that student loan is going to give you an amount equal to or more than what you have to pay. So you don't need to even worry yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So another is asking that is the fees loan only or purposefully for the university's fees? We can take it for accommodation and other purposes.
Well, if we give you the money and you want to use it for your hostel or something, we do not have a problem. The money is for you students. Somebody might even not be having a laptop and he wants to go and buy one or something. But student loan is even trying to get you smartphones, because we've seen that a lot of things that we do these days, including what we are doing here, is more technological. So we are going to find a way of getting you smartphones and all other gadgets for your school. But even with that, you still have to come and do what? An application. And as to when it is ready, we are going to what? Send an announcement out for you to come around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Eric and Manasseh are both asking the same questions. And they are saying that you mentioned GCB accounts.
Yeah.
And what if they didn't pay or they don't have accounts from GCB and they have it in relevant banks? What do they do about it? Or would it be reimbursed to them through the other banking?
Okay, thank you, Eric and Co. And now, I think this thing, we consider that, but it didn't work because someone might even be having a GCB account already. That won't work. So when when you are creating your own accounts for the purpose of the no fee stress, I said it's an online thing. When you go online and you are doing the application, after creating your accounts, you don't have any other option to even choose your own bank accounts or your own bank. GCB automatically what pops up and it will tell you to what? Create an account. So immediately you just a click and then GCB account will be created for you. So for now, it's GCB that we are partnering with.
All right. And please, that will be all for now. I think that's all the questions we have for you. And we are very grateful for your time.
Thank you.
Please, those who are asking about the refund, the 60% and all of that, kindly visit the university's leisure office. I'm sure they'll be very, very welcoming and ready to assist you with that. All right. Moving on, we'll be listening to a very honorable person on counseling issues. Counseling issues. Where do you go if you have issues on stress? Where do you go if you are having issues with relationships? Where do you go if you're having issues with academics? Yes, the counseling units or the directorates, I beg your pardon, is here to assist you. We have with us Reverend Paul Akwasi Amankwa, a representative from the Counseling Directorate, to take us through the series of counseling services that we have here in Kumasi Technical University. So please let us take and listen to him. Thank you.
Good morning, students. I am Paul Akwesi Amankwa, a Reverend Minister of the Methodist Church, a counselor at the Guidance and Counseling Directorate. I would like to share with you some few things that we do at the Directorate. And so with my presentation, we are looking at the introduction up to the concluding part, where we'll be looking at orientation service, we'll be looking at the purpose of counseling, then finally we'll look at the issues involved in counseling. And so students, you are all welcome. I just want to tell you that counseling is a service that we do to support students in terms of their academic, their personal social matters, and their career choices. We believe that with counseling, students are able to move from darkness into light. And so with that, they are able to remove all obstacles, and it helps them to grow very well and perform academically on our campuses, especially KSTU. Our hallmark is confidentiality. It is a key. We collaborate with other departments, and we also see that integrity concerning your academic is very, very much important to you and to the university. And so we believe that if you are here, you'll be able to do a good job. What then is orientation service? Basically, we believe that it ensures that students are able to sit well psychologically and socially on their newfound campuses, especially as you are here, will help you to adjust so that you'll be able to go on with your work. Moving forward, we want to say that with counseling services, it will help you to do. And basically, we assist students, we assist staff members as well. But then we are looking at students, how counseling services help them. One, we are saying that we support them academically. Here we are saying that they are able to develop their time management skills, study skills, and to stay focused. We know that some students do procrastinate, but when you come to our place, we're able to help you so that you adjust. We also know that anxiety is part of academic environment. When you come there, we'll help you. And so mental and emotional health, we help you to do that. We reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. Here, let me emphasize. We have students who come here and then they relate with other opposite sex, and along the line, they fall or they break down due to broken-hearted issues. When you come to our end, we'll be able to see you through. And so do come. Personal social development is also one of the things we do. We help you to improve your communication skills. We help to so that socially you are able to move with your peers. So going forward, we are saying that come to our end and we'll help you. We know the life transitions. Coming from home to this place, it wasn't easy, but then you are here. If you think that you are not adjusting well, please come to us. We will help you to navigate, and it will help you to really sit down and move with your books. Problem-solving skills is also one thing that we do. In essence, we are saying that counseling is here to remove obstacles in course of your studies. And by way, we support you so that you're able to move, work harder, get good GPAs so that you can graduate very well. So come to us. You. Academically, there are about 2, 3, 4 things that we do, but we only want to emphasize on 2. We'll help you so that you strategize to manage your time very well. If a student is able to manage his or her time very well, you'll be able to sit down and study. You also enjoy the social activities on campus. And so we teach you test-taking skills or examinations. The exams officer talk about that, but we are there to support you so that you study effectively. Where you have a challenge, we can direct you to other departments and they will help you to do that. We also offer what we call career counseling. But then that one is left to the liaison office to handle that. But then if you have any challenge, we'll be able to address issues concerning your interest, your abilities and capabilities, so that you can sit well with what you are doing on campus. The last thing that we do is about personal social counseling. We know for sure that we go through stresses on campus, challenges are there, emotional issues abound. But then when you come to us, we're able to do it privately with you. And so when you come, you'll be empowered to carry on with your work. So we look at emotional challenges. Some of the emotional challenges are anxiety, depression, stress, grief, anger issues, or how to manage anger issues. Relationship issues. We are not only dealing with students as a fresher, but we also work with the staff. So staff with marital problems also come there. And so if you have a father, you have a mother, you have parents who are going through, they can come to see us. We look at personal growth, self-understanding, self-esteem, emotional regulation, and then finally we look at social skills, how to build them up so that you'll be able to do very well on our campus here. Now, we have basic counseling services that we render. I want to take my time to look at these. It's so important. Number one, we teach students how to study effectively. Before we do that, we sit down with the students concerned so that they acquire what we call study habits. If the student is able to acquire the habit of studying, we can then see him through or see her through with study learning skills. It is so important that students who have visited our place have seen the importance of coming there and they are doing very well. We teach about study habits, study skills, time management, etc. So please, if you are ready to come, we are ready to see you. We also provide what we call information service on financial support to students, where the officer just mentioned about. The student trust loan is there. The needy but brilliant students, we also direct to their right quarters so that you can access those facilities. If you want to build up a healthy, intimate relationship, we are also there to guide you through. And we provide all these information to you. Psychologically, we provide services, mental health services to students and staff. As though if you are a student and you are going through some stress, you can see us emotionally or psychologically, we are there to support you. If you have mathematical phobia, you can also see us. We'll guide you so that you'll be able to do the rest. We do referral service. So when you come to our end, see that there's more competent person or a professional to handle you, we'll refer you to that individual professional so that he will see you through so that you can have the best of service given ready for you. We organize workshops and seminars for students. We have peer counselors association. These peers are here on campus to support the work we do. And so if you are interested as a fresher, you can come to our place, we'll register you, we'll train you so that you also counsel your friends out there. And so we want to say that the work we do, it's of great essence and it's important to you as a student. So for an appointment, you can visit us at the counseling unit. Is behind the Tech Block. We work from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day, from Monday to Friday. It's unfortunate that we are not handling the evening and then the weekend students, but some do call us. And so our numbers are there. We have a counselor at the Adako campus. The number is also there, so you can contact us and we'll be of help to you. Thank you so much, and may the good Lord bless you all.
Much, Reverend. We have just a question. Somebody's asking, are the counseling services free of charge? Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Leader. In fact, it is very free. When you come there, you can access it freely. Government is paying us, so we don't charge you. Even non-students accesses the place free of charge. And so you can come. You can come as a group of the same issue that you are presenting. We do individual counseling as well as group counseling. So you can come together or you can come on your own, and we'll help you through all issues that you want to come there with. Thank you.
Okay, so another one just came in. Somebody is asking that she has a very serious issue and she wants to come over for you to help her out. However, she wants to know how very confidential the directorate is because it's very personal and touching to her.
Okay. Thank you. It's a very good question. I early on mentioned that confidentiality is a hallmark. So anytime you come around, that confidentiality is there. So come, we'll be waiting for you. Please don't hesitate to come. We are there, and confidentiality is assured. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. Please, somebody just came in. Please, is it necessary to have a girlfriend for the sake of emotional balance? Please, this question is very important to me.
Thank you.
Manasseh, I've seen your question. Please, I've read it out.
Okay, Manasi, it's a very good question. But then I want you to come see us. This is a private matter. And so when we come, we'll be able to deal with it. Thank you very much.
Emotional balance. Very well noted. Kindly visit the counseling directorate, and Reverend and his team would be very much available to assist you in this regard. Reverend, we are very grateful for your timely intervention. Thank you so much.
Thank
Okay, we will be taking our last presentation for today's section.